Do you ever feel guilty of taking time off? Whether it's even just 5 minutes, whether it's to eat, to slow down, to take that little 5-minute walk to reconnect with yourself. In today's episode, I'm going to be really diving into what are my daily practices for mindfulness, even when I am doing weddings or I have a big color correction that day, how I prepare myself for the day, and also how I allow myself to take time off and slow down to be more mindful with my time. I chose to be in this career because they told me I could produce my own money, my own income, my own time. And I know I'm not alone. Maybe you chose this career for the same reason. But with all the pressures of social media, I'm going to be really sharing with you today what happened when I took 4 days off from posting and only consumed on TikTok, the lessons that I've learned, and also how I've had to be okay with letting go of being always having that validation of being seen, am I working? Okay, so people can validate me, and really starting to show up more with intention. That's what today's episode is about. So welcome on in, and with that, let's get to it. The first thing was when I started my career early on, honestly, probably less than 6 months in, I decided that working full time was not for me. I knew that was what was trending at the time, but it was not really what was reliable and what would bring joy and happiness to me in my life. I wasn't seeing my kids at home. I would leave before they woke up and I would get back by the time they were in bed. And I'm sharing that with you because I think sometimes we think who's this person teaching me, right? I have been in the industry since I enrolled in beauty school in 2016. So it has been many years that I've been doing this for. And I'm sharing my struggles with an open heart. Also for my children one day to listen to this podcast if they so choose to learn a little more behind the scenes, behind their mom. And I really tried to do my best job, not just for them, but also for myself, to have a fulfilling life, right? To have a life where I could be there with them, I could enjoy them, but also fulfill myself and my needs as a mother and as a woman. When I started this journey, it was really hard to take time off, right? So even though I wasn't working behind the chair, I was full-time on social media, I was full-time on my podcast, I was full-time learning, taking classes, doing courses, doing all the things. And if you live that type of lifestyle and you enjoy that, the reason I was able to do that was because everything was scheduled. I have a calendar, everything was planned out, and that's how I was able to navigate my kids and work. And I also have my partner, my husband, who helped me. So I wasn't in it alone. And I think we have to acknowledge that is something that I have privilege to, that not everybody does, and I acknowledge that privilege as well. But with that also came a lot of sacrifices. When I was working and stuff, I was not buying Starbucks. I didn't have a car payment when I wasn't working. I was in beauty school. So I really want to emphasize that sometimes we see somebody doing something, we're well, that's easy, or oh my gosh, why am I broken? Why can't I do the same thing? And it's maybe because they're living a different lifestyle. Maybe you don't see behind the scenes that they don't go to Starbucks, or maybe you don't see behind the scenes they don't have a car payment, right? They don't have all the bills, or they live differently, their lifestyle. I don't buy clothes all the time. When I do, I'm very mindful. I love to support local businesses. I don't do things online like Temu or Alibaba. Nothing against that. It's just I want to be very sustainable and very eco-friendly with what I do with the environment and the earth. So I really wanted to emphasize that this slowing down part of life it has trickled into more than just how I run my business. With my business, just part of slowing down and allowing yourself to give yourself that process. I did want to tap a little bit into, even with coloring, I do not buy every single new color line that comes out. I don't buy new tools because, it's fun, the new shiny thing. I no longer do that. I want to be sustainable. I want to be eco-friendly with my environment as much as I can. I still buy my kids' toys. I still go out and will have my favorite drink when I want to. I still go do things that are not super eco-friendly all the time, but I try my best to be very mindful with what type of impact I create relate with our earth, right? Because for me as humans and as being a beauty business owner, we're here for a limited time, and we need to leave this, for me, I want to leave this earth a better place than when I came in, right? So in regards to slowing down today, I really want to invite you that it's okay to slow down. It's gonna feel hard and really counterintuitive. I wish somebody would have told me that. I did not know that when I decided to slow down my business did grow, but I did have a health thing happen. So I've had to switch. And I want to invite you to that, because I think if you don't know me, you may look at my journey and be like, what the heck? She went from color to bridal. How does that happen? I always wanted to do bridal. It's just the hairstyling did not come easily to me. And I really am a recovering perfectionist, so I had to be at a certain level before I even allowed myself to start, which I know was my wrongdoing, but it's okay. We all live and we learn. Today in slowing down, I really wanted to invite you into just a little bit into my world. So hopefully you can take some of these tools to implement in your own life to help you in simple ways of how to slow down. So first, let me start with this exercise I did that I haven't shared with anybody except for you on my podcast, because you're my special audience that gets really I think behind the scenes of things, which will be changing next month, but we'll leave that for our April 1st episode. I went on this trial. So I went on the trial of going on TikTok without posting. Okay. So I'm like, okay, I've been growing on TikTok. I have my strategy for that. But I was like, okay, I'm going to not post for 4 days, and I'm just going to consume, because, consuming, you learn what works and what doesn't and what attracts you. And I want to tell you that I've had the worst anxiety attack that I've had in years. And I wanted to share that because I am not a person who likes to scroll. I just wanted to see how it impacted me, even on TikTok. I'm like, maybe TikTok's going to be different than how it impacted me when I used to do that on Instagram. And it impacted me so horribly. I wasn't sleeping. My husband was like, I think it's because you're doing that whole TikTok thing. I'm like, yeah, I'm just consuming, not posting, because I want to see how it affected me, and it affected me really horribly. And I just wanted to start this episode with that, because part of slowing down is that I learned the hard way. Posting, it's good to post, but just consuming on social will hinder your soul, your peace, your energy. And if you struggle with any type of mental health, please, seek out professional, get help. And it's so important that you're very mindful of that. So sometimes when we're trying to slow down, we may try to turn on the radio or mindlessly scroll on social media. And it does it distracts you so much that you think you're not doing something, but it's being really counterintuitive. So this is how I learned to slow down. And this may not work for you, but I just wanted to take you inside my world of how I've been able to slow down and how it has transformed my life, not just my business, but literally my life. I go on walks. That's the only place where I'm cool with not having a podcast episode on, with just looking at the trees. I just did a post today actually on TikTok from my 4-day missing days. Today I decided to do a post, and I shared a little bit, and I didn't take, sometimes when we see people oh, that's nice, you have all this time in your hands, you get to go take a walk. I'm being honest with you that I literally had a 5-minute walk. So I got enough to go up the hill and come down the hill. That was it, because I had other things I had to do today. And that was sufficient to fulfill my soul and make me happy. I was able to feel the sun hitting my face and look at the trees and the butterflies and the birds and hear the noises of the animals and see women walk up there with their babies and couples going up and down the hill. And it was just beautiful. And I also got this moment of silence where there was nobody around. And it was just such a beautiful time, and it just reminded me, and it's what inspired this episode, that to slow down sometimes, it doesn't mean you slow down your whole life. Sometimes it's just 5 minutes of that crazy day, and it can give you such a big relief and such a big peace of mind that you were seeking for, that you couldn't find anywhere else. So in slowing down your business, I really want to welcome you to, it's okay if you don't show up online. I didn't show up online. I saw, like, I'm being honest here, like on TikTok, I know I lost some followers. I don't know, I haven't been on Instagram, so I don't know what's going on over there. But I do know when I posted, now that I've been posting less, when I post with intention, okay, and you need to know why you're posting, who you're posting it for, and what's value is gonna bring to them. It can grow your business. I booked 8 different clients last week from some stories that I share. So that's what I mean. Like, you do not need to be on all the time. And I'm just like, for me, even with this podcast, I'm going to start really shifting into not, and I have always been sharing you what I do in my business, but I want to share more why, because I think it's so, like, everybody keeps telling you the what and, you know, the hows, but who cares about that? Why are people doing it? And I want you to start being mindful with that. If you want to start slowing down in your life and your business, why do you want to start slowing down? Do you want to have less stress? You know, like, what are you seeking, right? For me, slowing down, I wanted to teach my children that there's so much more to life than work. I come from the generation, if you did not go to the, to college, like, you're a loser. Or if you don't have a nice office job, you suck, And like, even to this day, I have people who are like, oh, you're a hairstylist. Like, it's not a real career. And that's okay. That's their perspective. It doesn't affect me. I know who I am as a human. And I'm so grateful for this career because it has taught me things and has given me opportunities that I never dreamed of because I put myself out there. And I really want to encourage you that I started slowing down 6 months after I got licensed, okay? I knew I did not want to go full time. And during that time, it was like weird. Like, it was not the trendy thing to do. Now it's cool to slow down. But during that time, heck no. So my journey has been years in the making, and I want to share that with you because sometimes we see people, or you may see me in my posts where I'm out in the wilderness, or I'm sharing a tree, or I'm sharing the views where I'm at, or I'm taking vacation, or I am plugged from social media. It has been years in the making. And today's episode, I want to share like why it's so important for you to do that. I just shared one of the benefits to my business that happened. I literally got bookings out of just not showing up consistently and showing up more with intention, right? And with value, right? Because our audience wants value. You're here to seek value. And I am sharing that with you. So does the people that follow you on social. So do your clients that you send emails to. It's not just about, oh, let's be consistent. It's about what value you're giving into their lives. So with slowing down, I really want to share some simple things that I do at home when I'm not working. So I only work 2 days behind a chair, and then I have my office days, which are 2 other days. Okay, so in total I have 4 office days and 2 working behind the chair. So that's a total of 4 days. Okay, I only work 4 days a week, and then the other 3 days, one of them is really for just my child, for my kids, and then the other 2 days are for me and also for another business that I help. Okay. Slowing down means I've had to learn where can I bring income so that I do not have to be behind the chair. And I want to share that with you because I think it's so counterproductive and not very helpful for anybody that people don't talk about. Yeah, they're only working 2 days a week, and maybe they're working 2 days a week and making great money or whatever, the freaking 6 figures or enough money to have the life that they dream of. But maybe there's something else that's sustaining the income as well, and I think we have to be very mindful of that. Like for me, I do not rent a space for my salon. I own my mobile salon. It's paid out. It's cash. It's mine. That is a huge advantage. I cannot say because I live in California and I live in a very expensive area. I know if I was going to go rent, I would be easily paying like $1,500, if not more, a month to rent a chair or even a salon suite. I think they're going almost for $2,000 now, maybe a little bit more. So it's expensive. I understand that. And I want to let you know that because in slowing down my life, I had to slow down also how I'm perceived. It was hard in the beginning to have a mobile salon because I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so different. Oh, well, you don't work all the time. Some people like that experience and ambiance, other people don't. And I'm okay with that. And I want to welcome you that if you want to slow down in your life or your business and you want to run it differently, do so. I am so sad that people shame people that work out of home or do things. Who cares? If it's not your business, like, why do you care? It's my question, right? Or what is it that, and most importantly, I always like, we're all humans. We're going to be humans and make mistakes. And sometimes we're like, damn, I wish I could have that too. Okay, you want that. Are you willing to make the sacrifices? I think something in with my mobile salon, just to give you a little perspective, I saved that money. And it happened that I had the money and it was perfect timing during 2020. Things were cheap. And I was able to do it. If I was going to do the same mobile salon, honestly, it would be so much more expensive. I tried to renovate the other one, and it's going to be almost like twice what I spent on this one. And it's going to be even more simple. So it goes to show you that things have gone up in price. So has labor. And I understand that sometimes things happen during the best timing. So here are my 5 tips for you today to what has really worked for me, and just take what resonates and is helpful and leave the rest behind. That's what this episode is about. And with that, let's get to it. First, allow yourself to please give yourself 5 minutes a day just for you. 5 minutes does not sound like a lot, and you'll be like, there's no way. Yes, you can give yourself 5 minutes a day. Maybe it's 5 minutes to go on a walk by yourself. Maybe it's 5 minutes to just sit down in your couch and enjoy yourself. Maybe it's 5 minutes to just light a candle or read a book, or to watch a little bit of an episode, or to listen to a song, or to sit in silence. Take that time for you. It's so important. That's one of the things that has been really transformational for me, because of so much things that I've gone through in my life. I really have had to be okay with just sitting in silence and not doing a lot. It takes a lot of work for me. And those 5 minutes a day reminds me that it's okay to take time for myself, that I matter. And I want to let you know that you matter and you deserve time for yourself to do things in peace, So maybe you're going to take an extra 5 minutes in that shower. And let others around you know. Like my husband, he's very respectful of that sometimes I'll need time by myself, not just going to the gym, but also going on a walk, or I need to go on a little drive and just de-stress and have 5 minutes to myself to recenter. And he's okay with that. So I think it's so important that when you start slowing down, allow your partners or whoever is part of your life to know that that's part of it. And the part 2 of slowing down is that those around you will notice and they will start shifting. So this has taken a long time, but I want to share a little bit. This is really personal to me, but I feel like right now we're between friends, so we're safe here. My kids have started to do this into practice. So they love spending time with me, which I know sounds weird to kind of say out loud as a mom, but they do. Most of the time they do, unless I'm telling them to do chores. They love to be with me. So they take time a little bit off, and they're getting off earlier from their devices and phones. Only one of them has a phone because I'm weird like that. But anyways, they take time off what they're doing so that they can spend time with me, watch a movie, unwind before they go to bed, because that's a very special time for them. And whenever they try to be sneaky and stay up later and then come spend time with me, they know they lost that time because they have to be in bed by a certain time. But I've noticed with them, they started to take time to slow down, take time to get off cell phones, or get off an iPad, or turn off a TV, play with games, play with their toys, or just spend time with me, or talk with me, or just come sit down and just chat. And it has been so beautiful, how it trickles down to our other parts of our life. Even with my husband, he's not the biggest let's go out on a walk man, but he'll go out. He knows if it's for our whole family and for our health, he'll do it. And it has been so beautiful to see him little by little warm up to the idea of going on a walk. Not a fan, but he's warming up to the idea. So you never know how that's going to trickle within your own family or people around you. So people notice. I've had some of my friends like, yeah, I noticed you slowed down, or like, you really like to be by yourself. And I really do. I really am introverted. And I think if you really become a friend of mine and you're really close to me, you realize Celeste is very introverted. Yes, I'm not a person that you're going to see all the time or hang out with all the time. I really enjoy being in silence and being with my family and spending time with my kids. And that's going to be part of slowing down. Let's go into part number 3. Friendships are going to change. Do you have that one friend? We've all had this one friend, okay? Like, it doesn't matter whether you're single or not single anymore, that wants to go party every single Friday night or Saturday night. And they're like, okay, party, go. And like, when you were single, they would call you, hit you up, you go out. But now that you're married, where's that friend? That friend's probably gone, and that's okay, because that was a beautiful part of your life. You're on this new cycle of your life, right? You can still go out with your girlfriend, you can still go have a great time, but you're probably not going to be doing that every single weekend. At least I don't. You can get me to go out with you to dinner, but to go to a club or none of that stuff, no, I don't enjoy it anymore. And I'm sharing that with you because as you start slowing down, your friendships and your clientele probably will shift, and it has. And I'm okay with that. I feel like life starts changing, so don't be afraid of that. Life is constantly changing. That is the constant reminder. And the more that we get comfortable that we are shifting, that our friendships are changing, that our clientele is changing as we're evolving, that's okay. And I want to allow you to think about what would slowing down really mean for you. What are the friendships that doesn't mean you have to stop hanging out with them or not be friends, but you're maybe having to start less time with, right? So the mindfulness part. Number 4, it would be like start looking at the art of what you do. This is what I mean. Okay, so I'm going into the chair. I'm going into your business right now, and you're getting ready to do my service. Okay, so you're preparing everything to do my service. I want to give you 2 examples. First, you're like, okay, let's get everything out. You're like, oh my gosh, I need to get everything out and getting all prepared, and you're frantically trying to get it ready. Okay, that's scenario number 1. Or scenario number 2, you're like, okay, I'm about to do this beauty service on Celeste, and I want you to think about this. Like, you are, like mindfully, you're grabbing the tools that you're gonna need, and you set it up in a really like slow, intentional fashion, and you are already like, sitting down and relaxing before I walk in the door, just thinking about the process of what you're gonna be doing or saying to me or preparing me for the appointment. Even in my tone of voice, you probably notice a difference, okay? And this is what I mean with slowing down also can mean being more intentional in how you do things. So when I do my when I have my clients and I get to do their hair, whether it's for styling or color, they gave me their time of their day. I want to give them the most relaxing experience I can and help them in whatever they are struggling during that day with, not just solely their hair service. There has been so many times where I've done different things to hold on space, to talk about deep personal things, which I know you do as well in your own business. And this is part of our nature, that what we do in our business is not just take money and do a service, is we're being part of somebody's life. So let's be more intentional with that. And that has really helped me to be okay with not booking back to back, right? Because I always love time to take pictures or take videos, and that takes a little bit longer, is the reality of it. It takes an additional 15 minutes to do that, but those 15 minutes matter, and it gives me that time for that magic, right? So that's what I mean. Slowing down has really trickled into business, and that's one of the ways that it has. Lastly, to end this episode, what is the main key takeaway that I want to share with you that I wish somebody would have told me when I started to slow down in my business and in my life? And that is that it's going to be uniquely true to you. And what I mean by that is that when you decide to slow down, when I decide to slow down, it looked different than what it did to everybody else, and that's okay. I am a mother of 3 kids, okay? I clean my house every single day, Monday through Sunday. There ain't no days off. And I like to keep my house, like I show you in the videos, is literally how I like to keep my house until my kids get home. Then they make it, house. So things get on the floor, socks fly under the couch. It's a real life, okay? But for those moments, before they get home, my house looks beautiful. All the rooms are done and it looks nice and clean and welcoming and warm. And it's just like an inviting place. And that's what I wanted to do for them because this is their haven, right? Now, that may sound nice in theory for you, but it may be complete opposite for you, okay? There are days where my 4-year-old loses her, marbles and just like, she's screaming on top of her lungs. And that's mom life too. So I want to ask you, like, what does slowing down look like for you? Does slowing down look like what I do, enjoying a cup of coffee? I know it sounds stupid, but I remember there was this one time in my life when I used to warm up 1 cup of coffee 12 times before I drank it in the microwave, which is probably not healthy. But also, like, one day I was like, what? I do not take enough time to just enjoy a cup of coffee. And so now I only drink 1 cup of coffee a day, and I really am very intentional how I drink it, how I prepare it, and it has really been very transformational and soothing for me. So no matter if I'm going to go do a bride or hairstyling or color correction or have a busy day with the kids, it reminds me to slow down. So I want you to think about, like, what does slowing down gonna look like for you? Maybe it's that you don't do laundry all the week. Maybe you only do it twice a week. Maybe slowing down is that you're gonna take less appointments. And I don't mean in the salon, but maybe it is in the salon, but maybe outside of your life, right? Like I don't do more than 3 things in one day. It's too overwhelming for me. And I used to be the person who used to do like 8 to 12 things in one day. And this is why I wanted to share this episode with you, is because it has been a journey, and people think sometimes I'm weird. My sister told me this weekend, you're so weird, and my husband too, and it's okay. And that's why I wanted to also like end this episode with, be comfortable being you. Even people close to you will not get it, okay? Like, slowing down, people are like, you're so weird, or like, my friends, like, what's going on? Or, man, like, enjoy your life. And I'm like, I am enjoying my life. I live a slow pace of life. Like, I love my life. And it may not look joyful to you. Maybe I don't travel. I don't like airplanes, okay? Like, being in an airplane, like, it's like the death of me. Like, it just, I hate it. I get so much anxiety over it. I do not like being on airplanes. But I love spending time with my kids. I love going on road trips. I love going on walks. And that may seem very stupid to some people, but it's amazing for me. I love reading books. Like, I literally have my 20 books I'm going to be reading this year. I'm almost done with number 2. And that's what I mean. Like, it's weird for other people, but it feels really good for me. It helps me slow down. Being able to sit in silence took so much work, and it still takes work, okay? I can't do it for more than 10 minutes. Then I get weirded out. So I am working on that progressively, and I want to invite you on this journey to start slowing down in your business and your life. It's going to be little by little. Don't judge yourself according to others, because like I've shared, I've learned, and now I know I had to diversify my income so that I don't have to be behind the chair all the time. And that's the reality of it. And I also had to be okay with making changes in my lifestyle. Purses, cars, all those crazy things do not matter to me. They don't. I know they matter to some people, and that's awesome, but not to me. And I'm willing to take a super slower pace of life and be more meaningful with what I purchase and where it comes from, and being more ethically sourced and having a beautiful pace of life that fits my needs and my mental well-being, rather than what social media or the gurus or all the pros out there or all the educators say that we have to do. And I want to end with saying that you are not alone, and that you do not have to do what I say or anybody says. There is not one freaking way to do things. You and I can cut hair, and it can be done in 2 different styles. And the same thing goes with business. You have this one beautiful life. You have this business that you got into probably because you wanted to have your own way to make income and to have a sustainable life. So do it. Do it in a harmonious way. And harmony is not about balance. I don't believe in freaking balance, okay? Like, if you look at the scale, like, to be in balance has to be perfect in both ways. I believe in harmony. To have harmony, sometimes like this week, I had to give a lot of energy to business, and it's Thursday. Tomorrow I go into work. I work Fridays and Saturdays. And today was like, okay, I just finished doing all my work. I'm going to record this podcast episode. And now it's time to go pick up my little girl and be mom life. And then tomorrow go to work. And that's how I went this week. That's probably more harmony. I'm not judging myself because I didn't get time to be super mom this week. I'm not judging myself because, oh my gosh, I did too much stuff for work. I had to get that stuff done. But that's part of living a harmonious life, because most of the time I get to spend time for myself. Most of the time I get to spend time with my babies and do everything how I like it. And part of keeping the harmony is that sometimes business is going to take a little more energy during that time, or sometimes my personal life will take a little more energy of that time, but I'm always giving with intention. And part of having that intention is slowing down and being really okay with the world may not understand, my industry may not understand, it may not be popular, but I don't care. Let's be more comfortable in choosing our lives. Let's be more comfortable in choosing our careers and what we want to do. Sure, I used to be the blonding, specialist. Sure, I used to be a correction, color correction was my jam. That's an old part of my life, I can no longer do that sustainably for my hand health. And it has been a long journey, but it's what got me here. I hope today's episode really helped you. A rating always helps me, so if you could just leave a ratings on iTunes or Spotify, we greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will be sharing a interview podcast next week, which I think you will love, so stay tuned. Bye, love.